Hello and welcome to 60-minute map fix with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very, very welcome. Well, I'd like to start today's show by giving a quick shout out to all the people who gave me feedback on episode 1, both positive and negative. The positive feedback, thank you, it's always good to hear good things and that the show is appreciated. The negative feedback is, as always, constructive. Thank you very much. Sometimes, of course, when you're in isolation like I am, you can do things for what you think are the right reasons and you can get them very wrong. And you need a voice from outside to say, hang on, whoa, 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 no. And that's what I've had from the community, and thank you very much for doing that, because like I say, I'm not always right. We like to think that we are. I certainly do. But of course, I'm the first person to put my hands in the air when I've got it wrong. So yes, taking somebody's map without permission and basically ripping it apart and making making a bit of a joke of it in places. I mean, I tried to be as positive as I could towards the creator, but yes, that's not cool. Fortunately, no harm has been done. The creator of the first map has basically seen the show and has approved, and everything has gone okay. Now, a long story very short, long story. Before Christmas, I sent out requests to 10 map makers. Could I use their maps within the show? And not one person replied. Hence, I went ahead and took one and tried to protect them by not sharing links, which of course is also wrong. I accept that as well. So yes, I've sent out nearly 100 requests now, and I have had some positive replies, which is good because it means I now have some maps I have permission to use, including today's, which is a map called Beachtown, USA, by Tim G555 of the Mad 6 clan or group, I guess. And I am really looking forward to basically having a go at fixing this map in 60 minutes. And hopefully nobody's going to be upset with the current format with the permissions gained, of course. So yes, right, now the rules are, as per last time, I have 60 minutes from when the 81 tiles are unlocked. I've not seen this map in advance. I have no idea what's coming. The first glance I'm going to get is once we get rid of these two pop-ups, I can see a river going on there. And I'm guessing, because it's called Beachtown, USA, there's going to be a beach. And it might have an American vibe to it. I'm hoping it's mostly vanilla because we haven't subscribed to any of their assets, and if I haven't already subscribed to them and they're not on my system loading screen's not going to have loaded them. Well, that's just the way it is. It's a map on the workshop with no thumbnail and no description and no requirements, so we're just playing this one by ear. Okay, well, if you're happy and I'm happy, first thing we're going to do is we're going to close down the boxes like this. We can see, first glance, I'm seeing some nice plopped intersections. They look okay to me from here, and the hills, they look a bit clunky, but they are flat topped, so maybe buildable locations. There's a bit of rough land over there, perhaps the sea in the distance over there, and the river. Start square, we seem to have river in the start square as well, so the basics seem to be there. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just push up some of the brightness settings so that you can see more clearly and I can see more clearly too, and shut that down and just make sure we have got the clouds switched off in the clouds and fog toggler. Disable the edge fog. Good. Right, so that is done. And then if I click this and go to that and choose options and 81 tiles, unlock all the tiles for free, we will now get our first view of the map as a whole, and I will prepare the timer. Okay, first glance, I have seen much worse. We've reviewed much worse on What's Map, actually. That's my first instinct. The timer is now ticking, pretty much. And we're off. Okay, 60 minutes from now. I didn't mean to click on that. Sorry about that. Okay, let's have a quick nosy at what we've got to work with. So start square, location compared to the... That's workable. That's very workable. No problems with that at all. Positives, lots of build playing. Lots and lots of build playing. We have definitely got resources, a big fertile patch there. That looks like it's probably ore, and this down here is probably oil. Let me just that makes it easier to come into this boom. Yeah, that's oil there. Right, so we do have patches of resources. That's not an issue. Right, okay. Now, my first instinct when I see this map is the beach is fucking massive. Fucking massive beach. Let's go to have this, put that over there. So basically we're talking about half a kilometre, a third to a half of a kilometre deep, which is a big beach. Now, I've not been to America, but I'm assuming that half a kilometre deep sandy beaches are probably not a regular occurrence. So we'll probably have to narrow that up a little bit. Then we have got, so let's have a look at the highway layouts. We've got the main highway running across here. It's a beachfront highway. Is that a highway or is that like a 4-lane national road or something? 4-lane national road, excellent. So, right, that in turn means we've got roundabouts here. That could be traffic flow, already traffic flow issues. Right, so we're going to need to upgrade these intersections. I think we'll do that fairly soon. We've got rail over road over here, which is a little bit unkempt as well. So I'm going to probably look to stick that road under rail. Now, let's have a little look at the features. Well, the hills. They're patchy, they're blocky. They don't seem to do anything apart from just break up where you can do the builds. What I'm thinking about doing is making these kind of feature areas, and just a second, yep, I'm making these into some kind of feature areas by just basically, not like national parks, changing the foliage on them. In fact, I'll probably remove most, if not all, of the trees and just relay the trees fully in brush strokes. I can't go into full details and get everything exactly right. The rivers are a little bit edgy. Again, something like that would be great if you're using keys. We could use keys, but I'm thinking we'll just smooth these out. Like here, we got the sand just ends dead here. So I think we'll just run the smoothing tool over all of the rivers. Water flow in the rivers. Let's have a little look at what we're going with here. So the water is pouring out of the river. That's interesting and good. And this is water flowing in the right direction. We've got a spawn point right here, which is pushing water up the canals. I'm going to call these canals because that's not, for me, that's not a realistic river system. But if it was a canal system, then you can get away with that. Although you probably wouldn't have a little triangle like this on the canal system. But hey, there's always things, isn't there? I think what we'll do, right, if we lock the water from going off the edge of the map, first of all, I think, let's do that. One of those, click that. First thing we'll do is we just make that a bit larger again. Why is that so high? Oh, look, I selected the height. Oh, come on. I have to click everything about 3 times to achieve anything on this game just recently. But anyway, yes, so that's now done. That's blocked off there. We will put in a spawn point there. And if we come up here, oh, I don't like, well, we've got we've got a river merging right on the edge of the map. Again, that's not really important to me, but we'll just block that off there and block that off there. I want to force the water down the river system. So let's have a look at, have we got any more? Oh, we have at the edge of the map over here as well. Again, this is deep in the fog. It doesn't matter if what's on the edge of the map is just a little bit not exactly realistic. Nobody is ever supposed to see it. Okay, pause the game for the moment. Let's have a look at the water spawns. Okay. We'll get rid of you. And we're going to get rid of you. But any more? Well, that's why the water was flowing the wrong directions. We've got no water spawn points at the top of the rivers up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick one right there. Bring that up a little. Drive it downstream. And I think we'll put one out there as well. As we are here. Something like about there. We are going to stick one down here. At the end of this river. Just so that the water cannot force its way back this way. It's just going to be forced off that way. And we'll do one down here as well. Out there. And how about we do, where's the sea level? Sea level. Clicking everything 14 times. It's not working. Right, okay, we'll do that again. See, okay, right, that's the one. I reckon we'll put a drain point. It's a subtle one. About there. You'll just make sure that it wants to flow out to this spot on either side of the island, which I've got to say is a mighty high island. We'll have to do some work with that as well. That's not particularly fascinating, but hey. Right, so we should now have some sort of water flow going, hopefully drawing the water out of the river system with any luck. We might have to do some more work to it, not sure yet. Right, we're going to have to rebuild intersections. I'm not going to say that this being the national park, I think what we'll do with this rail is we'll probably stick it through a tunnel. Now, all the mods I'm using in today's play, this is in the game engine, not the map editor, because it'll look better to you guys as the show in the game engine. But also everything that I do here is available in the map editor, although if you're going to be putting tunnels in, you'll need the tunnel enabler by bloody Penguin in the map editor. Right, okay, so we're 8 minutes in, and what have I done? Not much. Not much at all. Let's start off with this. This island is annoying me. What we'll do is, what sort of path have we got here? We got some sort of decorative. Right, so there's a path. That's how you're going to get up here anyway. You're not, is the answer. I'm going to grab you and copy you, and actually no, I'm just going to delete you. What we're going to do, we're going to delete you, and we are going to delete the path as well. Just get rid of that. But now let's do some terrain work on here. We'll start off by selecting a terrain height down at this end, fairly low, and we'll make the brush size a bit smaller so that we are in control and it's not in control of us. So somewhere about there. Down here, bring this edge, something like there, of course. Better. I'm going to try it as always with these maps. I'm not going to completely change the map. I just want to hopefully just sprucing the map up a little bit, making it a little bit more believable or more playable, depending on what the issues of the maps are. I don't think this map has got any playability issues at all. It's far from the worst map I have seen, and I have seen more than most, I would say. So I feel that yes, it is clunky. It's a little bit awkward, but it's not the worst in the world. Let me just run that around the outside of there and down the other side here, and let's have a little look at what to do at the end here. We still want to have the essential lighthouse, obviously the essential lighthouse. So maybe somewhere about there. Smoothing around. Right, okay. I'm going to get rid of some of the sand that's up here as well. It's not likely you get sand up at that height. I'm going to narrow the island up a bit as well, not too much. Right, what we want to do now is, are we still in control of being able to... No, we're not. We can't do that. We'll just have to place the essential lighthouse by hand. Back in place. Lighthouse, there it is. Might not be the same colour. I don't remember what colour it was. I'm not a colour person. Somewhere up about there. What do we think? I grab it. Make sure that we are clipped as much into the land as we can be. And probably just rotate it so it's aligned. Bad. But I'm going to narrow it up. It seems with the water coming out this way, I do feel it being more streamlined, more of a point at the top end. So we'll do that as well. So maybe something like about this kind of shape might be a bit more believable. And again, we're going to have to move areas out here like so. How's that looking? Back down here. Out this. Oh, let that water refill. Helps if we actually have that on. Right, so while that sorts itself out, we are going to have a path. There was a path on there. We'll come back and do the path later. Right, I'm not happy with the trees. I think we can do much more with the trees. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to collect all of the trees. I might miss a few on the edge, but that's not the world's hugest problem, is it? Right, are you all selected? You are. Bye-bye, trees. All of you can go now. Thank you very much. And all the little dots there. All the little turfy dots. Lovely. Okay, and we've got a whole bunch up the side. Do you know what? I'm going to try and... You can go. I don't want you. Okay, and that's good. Right, what we then have also is this rail running through the middle of here. I think we want to get rid of the rail running through this national park kind of area. We are still going to have it going through, but I think we'll have it underground. I'm going to just do a bit more work with it before we actually do that though. So we'll get rid of that, get into bulldoze mode. About there, that's not bad. And then over here, bridge, not too bad actually. I think we'll start working this side of it. How about something like that? Okay. Also, the beach is 1,000,000 miles wide. Oh, look at our island. It's dealing with flooding at the moment. It'll sort itself out. Don't fret on that one. Okay, sand. Let's narrow the sand up a bit because I feel it's a little bit on the wide side out beach. Honk, honk, honk. Yes, thank you very much for driving past my window with your horn honking. Actually, one thing that we should do is we're going to need to change the theme and LUT because we're looking very vanilla, and of course the vanilla sand is a horrible thing. So let's switch the themes. Right, we're in temperate. What have we got that's good in temperate? Idelmo did a good one, didn't he? Oh, it's near the top here. We'll find you. We will find you, European temperate. Where's this? Temperate Coast, wasn't it? I think it was called. Temperate Coast HD. That'll do. Yeah, that's a bit better. That's a bit softer. Lovely, good. We'll get rid of you now, thank you. And we will switch on a different LUT because Caribbean. What's good for clarity? Maybe clarity's good and bright. Oh, it's too bright. Each. Realistic Final by Reaper. Love Reaper's work. Probably not on this map though. Let's have a quick look. What more have we got? That's a great LUT as well. That one. Yaroscuru. How about sticking with something relighty? Relight Warm. Oh no. Still too. But remember, my color vision isn't. If it gaunts on my color, definitive vision. Yes, I'm going with definitive vision. Yeah, that was just a bit too shouty for me, that previous one. Right, what are we doing? We are doing sand. That's it. Sand. Again, this isn't going to necessarily feel like the most realistic beach because of the amount of time that we have to actually do this. But I feel that just bringing it in a little bit and not having it quite so wide is a thing. Definitely a thing. I mean, the sand actually inside that roundabout was quite peculiar. Again, this water is going to find its level. We have tidal waves at the moment because of mucking around with the island. On the exit where the water is never a clever thing. Okay, so that's not so bad. That's looking a bit healthier, I feel. Keep moving along here. The oil, so oil. Maybe we can have an everybody's favourite factory in there, just to point out that it is indeed an oil area. Feels like a thing to me. Right, okay, so what's going... Right, so that water is flowing. Now we're going to get the smoothing tool and let's fix the sides of these rivers out. While the water is finding its place, we may as well do some work with the river edges and where the water's coming through there, the river mouth. Let's go just up one side. I'm not going to spend all the time in the world doing this because we don't have all the time. We've only got 44 minutes and I haven't actually started doing anything incredibly technical or complex. Probably won't have time with this map for that. We're just going to do as much as we can in the time that we've got. We've got to relay all the trees yet. Grief. Okay, we're going to do this. It's going to be fine. So anyways, yes, if you've got any maps that you've built in the past, I'm not going to restrict this series entirely to those maps with no thumbnail and no description. Although that my immediate thought is that's the best sort of map that would work with this is is the surprise factor. I'm enjoying the actual opening a map and just going, where the hell do you start with some of these maps? This will be this one that was clear. I think it certainly wasn't the worst map in the world. So yes, if you've got a map that you were struggling with, you really weren't happy with it, and you wonder what I could do with it in an hour, because I'm going to restrict this to an hour fixed time, then do let me know. Maybe share me the link to it in the description down below, and in the description, in the comments, not in the description. I have access to the description, you guys have access to the comments. So yeah, maybe you could do that, and maybe I'll have a look and we'll see what we can do. A map fix show in just 1 hour. Right, so what we've got here now is, you can't fix a map in an hour. Just letting you know, it's not possible, okay? We're just going to do our best with what we can do. Right, what's going on here? That is still taking time. Let's go maximum speed on that one. That's water's going to sort itself out. We've got flooding, but that's not a problem. That's going to sort itself out. Right, so now, these areas are a bit clunky. And a few of them are, I just don't buy into them at all. In fact, I don't really buy into them at all. But I'm going to basically leave them as they are. I know you're looking and going, hang on, he's going to smooth these out. No, I'm not. No, I am not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate these with a different sort of tree than what we're going to be using in the plains. So we're going to start with, I think we'll do that now. Let's do it now. What have we got? We want redwoods. Have we got red? Oh, we've got redwoods selected already. That's a bonus. That is very much a bonus. Okay, and we'll bring the strength up a little bit and size up a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, or maybe is this too dense? Probably a bit too dense. Right, okay. Drop the density down a bit. Run them along these areas here, and probably reduce the size of that down a little bit like so. Now I know I don't normally like trees on cliffs or stuff, but I think on this particular map we go for dense tree coverage. We can hide the fact that these are cliffs, and we're just basically, let's paint it. Painting the outsides, like color by numbers, isn't it? You know, stay inside the lines. Oh, I remember going to my mum, could you do around the edges? And then I colour in the middle, and then when I go colour in the middle, I still go over the edges because I'm scribbling away like a 5-year-old. Yeah, 15 at the time. Ah, happy days. Love you, mum. Oh, anyway, yeah, where were we? We are going to follow the edge of this around like so, and we'll just do some painting in the middle without going over the edges. Slightly larger brush now. Now I know it's just the redwoods up here, but we'll try and do a little bit of blending in a minute. But we're going to do all of these elevated areas. Get them done first, and then we'll switch trees. Do some blending in a moment. Right, so we've got one patch done. We've got this patch. This is like a nice feature area. Got to say, I don't make any sense of it, but that does not matter. It's not for me to make sense of it. The map creator had something in mind when they were doing it, and they have achieved it. What it is, I'm not entirely sure, but bless you, sir, for actually, guessing you're a sir, name like Tim G. Bless you, sir, for actually doing it. Okay, that's cool. And then we'll come around here, and again, we'll come follow the that. Be looking here. So yes, that's kind of following the feature. Now we need to draw down the cliffs a little bit. Right, so that's 2 features done. That one's going to take a while. Let's come over here first of all. 38 minutes remaining. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Doing things against the clock is not my natural way. This is the sort of game that is not meant to be rushed, especially if you're actually zoning areas. Rule number 1 when zoning areas, don't rush it. Take your time and just, well, otherwise you've got death waves to come, and death waves are an absolute bane and a city killer. You don't want your death. If you're watching this looking for tips on building a city, don't zone everywhere all at once. Bad move. Very, very bad move. Oh, what's going on over here? Okay, big wedge of land here as well. Again, we'll just so this. We're probably using like a million trees here, but I don't mind. I have the unlimited tree mod, and I'm going to be unlimited. Going on here, up the edge of that, up there, where we've got a few of the old light green vanilla trees there as well. Of course, these are vanilla too. There we go. Right, you can go off into the edge of the map there. You can come up to the edge of them here. That's not too bad. Then I think go slightly larger, brush again. Do this in one quick stroke. Up the edge, back down, then colour in the triangle. So, right, oh, a bit awkward on the side there. So we'll come around the outside like there and down here. Cool, lovely. How's that looking? As features go, it's a feature. It is definitely a feature. You're going to drop the size down on here. And we just need to put a few in here as well. Right, okay. One more feature to do, which is this one. And this is like the beachfront feature. So we kind of do want this one looking good. Okay, this is the one. This is the area. We'll end up having a rail tunnel running through and under this one. How are we looking? Yes, drop that down. Kind of hidden the slightly awkward hilltops there just by doing that. I haven't had to do any terraforming at all there. I'm just curious also about the water flow on this map now. How are we looking with the water flow? We have water flowing in the right direction. This is much better for me. Got a little bit of water flowing in though. Just because, yeah, I might have to move these water spawn points back a little bit, I feel. Let's move you. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not what you wanted to do. How about there? Okay. That hopefully will not cause too much more flooding issues. I thought I was done with that, but still wasn't quite as slick as I would like it to have been. Okay, so we have definitely some an improvement going on there. Now I'm gonna do something with these roundabouts. I'm feeling, well, we have definitely got traffic flow issues already with these. I think we'll work with this one because there's a bit more room. Cancel that, thank you very much. Let's grab the nodes and segments about those. Wow, where's the node on here? All the way up here. Okay, fine. Okay, and we'll copy that. We'll take it over here and we'll do some work with it. Okay. And we're going to this tool here. We are going to choose that road. Make sure we got the right road. Go away. That. And we are going to elevate the roundabout, I feel, actually. So actually let's just work with the roundabout. I'm not that worried about the rest of it. Let's just elevate the roundabouts. So are we okay, I'm out of the tool, didn't I? I came out of the tool. Right, elevation. That's cool. That works for me. We can basically bulldoze what's going on here. So we'll grab I'm going to use the bulldoze tool actually. Get you trained back to there. We'll use the existing cars to know where this has got to go. But I'm also thinking let's elevate this. Oh, I'm going to need connector roads in the middle. I'm going to need connector roads. Might be too late, but if it's too late, then it's so be it. So be it. Too late. We'll go with straight line. There to there. There to there. From there to there. Also, that needs to be elevated. I thought that, oh, well, are these ground level roads only? Well, they would be, wouldn't they? Okay, we will just elevate these as well. Right, okay, that's a bit better. Now, grab all of those because what we need back to move it. We are selected, but we haven't got the middle section, so we'll grab those as well. And we're just going to elevate you to gentle height. Yeah, and we've got pillars in the way, so I reckon about there would be perfect. Let's rotate that so that the pillars are no longer in the way. That's great. Then we're going to connect up these outer roads. And we're going to do that with the correct road. So net picker, thank you. And we're going to get rid of that again. And the key on. Boom. That needs to be a ground level. Well done. Well done. That's exactly what I wanted to do. There we go. Right, the ground level, that's looking better. There's no pillars in the roads there, apart from the one in the middle, but that's going to be gone anyway. I don't mind that. Highway ramps is what we want now. Oh, we've also got the wrong blinking. There we go. We'll choose. That's a bit better. That is a lot better. Right, okay. Highways is what we wanted. We're going to choose that location and bring it down to about here. That location and bring it down to the same point. Don't worry about the fact that we have horrible clipping going on. We'll deal with those in a moment. Same over here. This location and there. Similar. There and again. You'll just invert the traffic on that one. Right, good. And what we need to do finally is to grab the correct road from here. And we are going to connect you to there. That's not so bad. Not so bad. A little bit of jinky janky going on there. We can fix that fairly easily, I feel, with grab tool and pop it. As it got a bit better, a little bit better. Right, so if that's all good, we can get rid of these crossovers. Get rid of the road underneath as well. Well done, BonBonB. Well done, you. Back down to ground level, thank you. Right, so I think this will fix the traffic. All we're going to need to do now is to unbend these a little bit so that we get no glitching with the highway. Oh, didn't want to do that. Oh, hello. We've got an extra node in there. That's not as helpful as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to stretch that back a little bit. Now I could remove that node, but I don't need to. So I'm just going to pull that out there. That actually is not so bad. Slope smoother while we're here. That one, and that one. Enter. And if we do the same on this one as well. Okay, oh come on. One click. That one. That one and that one. You know what? Those slopes are not so bad. I'm happy with those. This one probably is a bit more of an issue though. That one to that one, and we will hit enter. It's happy. I'm just going to move this node back, you know. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just move this node. You'll let me. Come on. That's the one. That's a bit smoother. Excellent. So let's see if I can match them up a little bit. There we go. Right, so traffic should now be flowing really much better through that. And this, hopefully, this tailback will sort itself out. Got traffic. Oh, there you go. Much better already. Right, we just need to copy and paste that over onto this one. Okay, pause the game again. And we will remove all of you. Bye. It's gone. Then we will grab all of you. Well, thank you. Copy that. Brings it over here. Make sure it aligns roughly with the shape that we had previously. So how about something like lines up there. And yeah, we need to just do some tweaking with the roads. 26 minutes to go. Oh no, time, it's getting away. Okay, and we'll budge a few of these nodes a little bit. That be bring this node down a little bit. Go down a little bit. Right, okay, so how are we looking? We've got an elevator section in the middle. Oh, it's just needs terrain smoothing. That's fine. We'll run the terrain smoother over that, and it should look a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Good. Right, how's the water looking? The island's looking much better. I did say we'd have a path on here. We took a path away. I do want to leave paths where they were. I feel that, well, you basically had one going like that, didn't we? Not going to bulldoze that, is it? Sure. Right, how about, there you go. There's your path. Going up to the tower. This is great. This is great. The lighthouse. Right, excellent. So that's better. I'm going to leave the ship there. Ship's funny. I like the ship. Good work. Right, now, more... Are we happy with these intersections? I don't see any major issues. Like jinky janky on that, but again... I can see what they tried to do. They're trying to not have the pop there with the highway, and it's very tricky job. I'm going to be honest with you. They've had a good effort with that. It wasn't the worst in the world. I haven't done the best job in the world, but again, time is everything. This intersection, Okay, now this is a little bit weirder. We've got all these 3 lanes of traffic coming in here, and the across city route goes up that way. I feel that these 1-lane ramps need to be 2-lane ramps. Apologies if you can hear the vehicles going past my window again with their low growls. It's very annoying to me. I trust me, I have to live with this. Okay, we don't, yeah, 2-lane highway is what we want there. Thank you very much. What we will do is we want to be and let's basically do the entire thing as 2-lane. We go 1-lane, ground level there. Okay, and then again here should ease some traffic flow as well. I don't mind the ones going across the map, because these are, if we have a little look at them in a second, yeah, these are just going from city to city, different parts of the city. This is the one going across the map, and I really would like it to be 2 lanes. I think something like that is perfectly fine. So yes, there was room for 2 lanes, and that looks pretty good. Okay, trees. I think we need to go back to trees. Oh, the rail. We haven't even done the rail. Let's do the rail first. We're painting the trees can be done fairly quickly, I hope. How about... Oh, I'm looking at this. And I'm going to pull the rail across. Literally all the way across. I'm going to get rid of all of that. The rail is still good, or maybe just move it. Maybe I can copy all of the rail there. Is it going to let me? I'm a bit worried about the edge of map connection. Right, don't want to come quite that far down. I'm going to push this up a little bit. Do maybe up there. No, I am just going to delete it all. It's going to be easier for me just to delete the whole thing and rebuild it. We can rebuild it. We have the technology. Some of you will know the reference. In fact, I'd imagine most of you would know the reference. Okay, ground level. Right. Line tool. Are we? We're elevated. Of course, we're elevated. Of course, we are elevated. What a... Just check everything before you start. Not easy to do when you are in panic mode. We don't want to be at 12 meters. Want to be at 1 meter. That's better. Right. Okay. So you can go through underneath there. Probably needs to come a little bit closer to the intersection as well. But we can do that. Fairly easy, Mundo. So there. How's that looking? That's better. Excellent. Now, please fill in, won't you? That is going to annoy me. Oh, that is so going to annoy me. Can we sort that out some way or another? Okay, and then, yep, some way or another we can sort that out. Right, let's is that still, what's going on with this? That's very annoying. Rail, back to the rail. Let's get the rail down. So something like that. Very odd error, but it's let me do it anyway. So we'll carry on, and we will grow this way up the side of the highway. And oop. Not looking too bad. Right, we are there. Right, we've got that connected. What's going on with this? What happened here? Something really weird. I've broken the game. BonBon has broken the game. Let's grab the smoothing tool. See if we can't fix this. Moving tool. Blue mantle everywhere. Right, okay, well I'm not worrying about that right now because that's just broken game. Oh, help. Right, what we want to do is we want to bring this is elevated for the rail. So what we'll do is we'll bring the rail in and do somewhere about there. See how that is looking. Oh, the final one, and it's and then we've got the missing catenary. Brilliant, excellent. We'll come back the opposite direction then. That's fine. If you're gonna be like that, that's absolutely fine. Right, now we've got the catenary in place. Excellent. Let's grab the slope smoother. That's the one. We'll go with that one. 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 Hit enter. That's much better. And I'm going to drop this bridge down a little bit as well while we're here. Like that. Pretty cool. Right, so that's now deep enough to be considered to be a tunnel, I think. So what we'll then do is we'll go tunnel mode, and we'll go from view. We need to come back the opposite direction. Let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about that. Right, how's that looking? I'm out of this mode. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. A rail over here is going to do something similar. Again, from here. Again, we don't want to be in tunnel mode just yet. I reckon to about there. And again, what we'll do is we will choose 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Oh, it would help if we had the bottom one at the level we want it. Oh, come on, BonBon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where are we? To about there. Right, that's more like it. And select all of these nodes. If it choose. Oh, what am I doing? That's good. That's good. They are selected. They are selected and they are smoothed, and that's great. Right, let's get rid of that mode. Come back into not that mode, into rail mode, and you're now going into a tunnel whether you want to or not. Not sure how that's looking, but we will fix that in a moment. Let's just get it connected. Doesn't matter too much because it is underground. Don't let BonBon hear you say that though. And right, I think that is connected. Good, good, good. Right, excellent. We should now have through trains. Come out of here, have a look at this rail. And that is awful. Don't worry about it though. Everything is going to be fine. I'm a doctor. Doctor of what? I don't know. Pull that in a little bit. And I can see how it's, yeah. Doesn't matter that it's gone through the air like that. It's fine because nobody can see it. And I don't have time to be dealing with it with 14 minutes left of the map build to go. Right. Yes, we have a slightly roller coaster underground rail system there. How's this looking? I'm gonna try and fix this. I don't know what has caused that, other than it was me. Come on, use the highway. Let's go to ground level. Good. And again, select all of that. Bulldoze. There's probably an easier way of doing this, but as I haven't got a clue what has happened, I don't think I'm going to know what the easier way is. So yeah, we'll there. Probably something similar to there. Probably something similar about there. Bulldoze you. Oh, back to ground level. Good. And what we'll do is we're going to grab all of you and all of you. Right, I think the worst of that is done. We now have the rail running through there, which leaves me 13 minutes, I think, mostly for trees. I think. Let's go back to tree painting. Can we get rid of that? Not that, not that. This, that's what I meant. And the tree brush, right. Now, we don't want any more redwoods, but what we do want is possibly some yews and some green trees. See what they look like as a combo. Yeah, they're not too bad. I'm going to roll with those, I think. Possibly not with that density. Bring the density down, bring the size up. How's that looking? That's not so bad either. Right, okay, let's do some around the outside of here. Bad. Drop the density down a little bit more. Not supposed to be working like that. Strength down. Why is it? Why are we not density right down? Okay, well, I'm just going to have to feather, I think. Probably because I've got the game on an incredible high speed at the moment. Right, so we have a little bit of fade around the edges here. Slightly different coloured tree, of course. Yes, I know I'm painting onto the roads, but again, time is not my friend today, so we'll just have to accept it for what it is. I'm just going to somewhere around here, just make it so it's more enticing to start building into this area here. We have a road enticing us to build into that area. Okay, good. Let's get rid of that, not that. All those, that was what to get rid of. Maybe we'll do some, we've got a rail line here. Well, we have to bring that rail line a little bit further in. That can't possibly just dead end there. We go just a straight line down into the start square kind of zone, I feel. About there. And just so it feels like some kind of terminus, we'll do one of those like that. How about that? What's going on with this? What is going on with this? I don't like this, but again, we'll probably, we got a chance of, I do remember I had a trick for getting rid of these. I don't remember what it was now though. Not important at all. Least of my worries. Very much the least of my worries. A slightly larger brush. Again, I know I'm painting over the over the network. Not a major concern for me right now. But as rules would be, don't tree brush over networks, because if somebody's got the anarchy switched in such a way that it will show trees underneath the road, you'll have trees in the middle of your roads, and that's never a pretty thing. Looking here, that's not bad. There. Here, 9 minutes. Oh, we're running out of time. Running out of time. Right, okay, and that's the edge of map fun Rooney there. Right. Of course, any feedback regarding today's show, do stick it into the comments. Do read all the comments, respond to a few as well. You're thinking, no, BonBon will never reply to me. You might be surprised. You might not be surprised also when I don't bother, but yeah, I might. I'm still not so big that I can't actually respond to most of the messages, comments. So you're asking a question, I'll try and respond to it and try and reply. And then we've got this area over here as well, like so. Take those two up. That thing, I feel. Not so. They're not so isolated anymore. That's been interesting. Okay, so we've now got all the base done. Now we did have originally a lot of the very pleasurable tree with leaves that I know all of us love equally. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, we'll do some patch painting, I think. Oh, do you know what? Before we do that, got just about enough time. I'll bring this up here. We will stick to the yews. We will stick to the sugar maples. We might as well do some trees up the sides of the rivers. That. 7 minutes. Oh. And there. Right. Larger, I think. We've got a bit more blue mantle up there. I've just noticed that. I broke the game. Got time to fix that, I feel. Probably. All those. Gone. Excellent. Okay. Back to the trees. Back to the trees. Back to the trees. Trees. Feeling we need some sort of coverage on here as well. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we, huh? And on here. So up that way. Do some very brief light patches as well, just to bring a bit of more colour into the map in a moment. We are going to have trees well. Right. Again, not the most creative use of trees going on here, but again, when you've got less than 5 minutes to finish a map, well, there's just no time to be faffing about that much. We'll have a few trees on this island. Well, oh, we had. Oh, I forgot about the palm trees. Oh, I forgot about the palm trees on the beach. let's sort out some palm trees on the beach. That's kind of more important than palm trees, palm trees, palm trees, apple trees. Search for it, hoping it's going to be quicker to, maybe not. PALM. Oh, that's the name of the brush. Ah, down here. Hey, this is where it says, that'll do. We'll use you. Thank you very much. And a bigger brush, because time is now really getting away from us. 4 minutes. Yeah, we'll go with these. Very sprucely, lightly, brazely run up the beach like so. Found some more blue mantle. Never mind. Never mind, it's just going to have to stay there now, because I want to now very quickly run in with, how about those as a combo. Get rid of the palm tree, you're gone. Big size, biggest size possibly. Have some patches of green over here. Maybe a patch of green in the middle here. There, something over here. Here. Got all the space over here to is doing absolutely zilch at the moment. That looking down here is not so bad. You get some of the, there's the oil area, so I'm actually going to leave that kind of blank so that industry can use it. Size down a little bit along here. Do a little bit of bleed along the coast. This way. Yeah, we've just got a little bit of blue mantle. Have I got time for the blue mantle? Oh, bloody blue mantle. Yeah, if I break the map, I've got to fix it. I guess that's the rule, isn't it? All of you, you're now gone. Excellent. Hopefully there's no more blue mantle going to show its face. I've probably got just about enough time to put a few variant trees on the island here. Yeah, it's just all about tree painting now, isn't it? It's just all about tree painting now. How are we looking in the start square? Yeah, we've got this. Oh, hang on, we could do a little bit of blending there. Slightly larger, freaking much larger brush like this there as well. I think we're probably about there. Very curious myself at the moment. Down here I have, damned if I can find it now. Doesn't matter, it's fine. Ooh, bounce off the camera there. We are out of time. Timer ticks down to the final second. Wow. Well, what do we think? Comparing this with the original map, I don't think I've done too bad in an hour. I've made some fixes. I'm probably going to see lots of things now that I don't like. But I think the theme obviously looks a lot better. The island at the start of the rivers network looks pretty reasonable as well. That's pretty fine, I think. And then the rivers now are much more pleasing on the eye than what we had before, with the jaunty banks and just smoothed out there. Didn't have to do anything with some of the bridges are very nice. I mean, credit where it's due. Very lovely bridge. Very happy with that. Good use of intersections as well. I mean, whether you want these intersections quite so close together in the start square, a different question altogether. But I would leave that down to the map maker, the city builder to build. We've got these little feature areas now with the road running through the feature areas, and they are now. I mean, I've not done any terrain work with these at all. I've literally just covered them with trees and said, hey look at what this is all about. The rail running through the feature area there too. We come over here. Yeah, we did some work with the intersection over here just to increase a traffic flow through here, and then we have this little feature area with the highway that comes round and then goes up and over. And I probably would like to have fixed this bridge. Ran out of time, can't fix the bridge now. We have the underground rail that goes through the national park here, which is, yes, it's all over the place under there, but I'm happy to deal with that because it's out of sight, out of mind. And then of course we rebuilt the two intersections here to give us a much better traffic flow, and we no longer have any traffic building up. I think I've done okay. Let me know in the comments what you think, but that for me is I feel like I should reward myself with a cup of tea and a slice of cake, but don't tell Biffa. I've been BonBonB, you've been very welcome. Join me Monday to Saturday for What's Map, where we try and find you the best map for your next city build, and there'll be another 60-minute map fix coming along sometime very soon. Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon.